666 is known as the devil's number or the number of the beast. Some people think it's a particularly unlucky or evil number, but where does it come from and what does it really mean? The origin of 666 is found in the book of Revelation, the last book of the New Testament. For those who have read it, you know it's a pretty intense book, essentially a collection of visions recounted by a figure named John. It includes everything from a dragon to a star falling from the sky and turning the entire ocean to poison, as well as valleys filled with the blood of the slain. Very apocalyptic imagery. The number 666 appears in chapter 13, verses 17 to 18. In this chapter, John envisions a multi-headed beast rising out of the ocean. This beast wields immense power, enslaving humanity, killing saints, forcing people to blaspheme against God, and compelling them to receive the mark of the beast on their right hand and forehead. It reads, "Let the one who has understanding calculate the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. Note here that John isn't directly mentioning Satan or a demon. He's talking about a figure he refers to as a beast and a man. So who is it? Scholars generally agree that the book of Revelation is a symbolic critique of the Roman Empire. In chapter 13, the beast is thought to represent the Roman Empire itself, an oppressive force enslaving the world. The heads of the beast are interpreted to symbolize Roman emperors, and 666 is believed to be a code for one of the most notorious emperors, Nero. Here's how it works. Nero's Greek name, Neron Caesar, is found on many of his Greek coins. When spelled in Hebrew letters, each letter corresponds to a numerical value, a system known as gematria, which was common in the ancient world. When the values of these Hebrew letters are added up, the total is 666. This practice of using numbers to represent names or concepts wasn't unusual at all. For instance, graffiti on a wall in Pompeii read, "I love the woman whose number is 545, a number any passerby would recognize as a code." Greek poets like Strato of Sardis also used gematria. In one of his epigrams, he jokes, "Anus and gold have the same numerical value. I discovered this while casually calculating." And he's correct. In Greek, the words for anus and gold both equal 1570. So gematria was far from a fringe practice. Nero is seen as an arch-villain in early Christian history. Early church historians like Eusebius and Roman historians such as Suetonius describe Nero's violent persecution of Christians, including burning them alive in Rome. Whoever wrote the book of Revelation likely held a grudge against the Roman Empire, seeing Nero as one of the greatest evils. Some scholars believe Revelation was written soon after Nero's persecution of Christians, which would make the book surprisingly early. Others argue it was written later, under Emperor Domitian, although there's little evidence of significant persecution under his reign. Either way, it shows that Nero was seen as a powerful symbol of evil early on in Christian history. The link between 666 and Nero is further highlighted in chapter 13, verse 3. One of the beast's heads seemed to have a mortal wound, but its mortal wound was healed. According to Jewish mystical texts, like the Sibylline oracles, there was a belief that Nero would return from the dead to continue wreaking havoc. Revelation may subtly reference this belief, as the author appears to be familiar with Jewish mysticism. Now, some of you might be thinking that connecting 666 to Nero is a stretch, especially since it requires translating the Greek name into Hebrew letters. But two early manuscripts of Revelation provide further evidence by recording the number as 616 rather than 666. This is more than a minor scribal error. 616 also spells Nero in Hebrew gematria if you drop the final N. Bruce Metzger, a New Testament scholar, theorizes that this change was due to using the Latin form of Nero's name, which doesn't include the final N. What started as a hidden reference to Nero's name has since given rise to a wide array of conspiracy theories about the future. A common theory is that RFID chip implants are a sign of the coming apocalypse, supposedly tied to the 666 prophecy in Revelation. No man will be able to buy or sell unless they have the mark of the beast. However, these interpretations often overlook the historical context of Revelation, treating it as a prophetic guide rather than a text rooted in a specific moment in late first century history.